Hey everybody, this is Donnie from ADEX Clubs, and today for Swing September, we're going to feature the smallest club swing ever. So to begin with our smallest swing ever, I'm going to take my original ADEX Club, no thread set, no weights. This is 3.5 pounds right here, and we're going to do wrist circles. We're going to do wrist circles to the front, to the back, and also to the sides. See how tough it is to do to the sides? You guys got to get good at that. You got to move your elbow a little bit. So the reason for doing these is because in your training and in life, you're going to find a lot of things that your wrist strength and your wrist articulation needs to be built up for, especially if you're a person that does a lot of work with your hands. You might be getting a little tight in your wrist. You might be told you have a little carpal tunnel, or maybe some arthritis is starting. You want to work through that stuff to be able to keep your wrists supple and soft, and doing wrist rolls is one of the best ways. Now, these are normally exercises that are done with the wood Indian clubs and not very often done with the steel clubs, but because ADEX clubs empty down to less than 5 pounds for all of our club handles. This one is at 3.5. The Wildman one, I think, empties to like 4.5. And the fat handle is just under 4 pounds. You guys can still use these for wrist rolls. And watch again how I'm doing this. Make sure you've got a grip with all of your fingers on the handle, first of all. All my fingers are on the club. Notice I have a purchase there. All 4 fingers and my thumb. I come around to this side and see that? I'm going to roll around again. Try to keep those fingers on the club. That's very important. Work your way up to that. Don't hold it with just your fingers like this so you're able to let the club spin around, because you need that little bit of extra pinky support to get your wrist to move properly, to have the exercise be effective for you to stretch out your wrists. This will give you a little something with the open fingers, but with the closed fist on there and not a death grip. Don't think that I'm telling you that. You have to hold it light enough so that you can articulate your wrist in these directions. Notice how much my elbow is moving also. See how I'm letting my elbow work its way into there to give the wrist the ability to move in that position? Okay? And again, with club training, this is stuff that you get better at over time and practice, and put your mind into the movement to actually do these movements. I'll change and I'll grab my Wildman club here, and same way, even though it's a fatter handle, I can still get it to articulate fairly well. Not as good as the thinner handle, but this club wasn't designed really for small movements by the diameter of the handle. Now, for a lot of other people, you might have to sit down. So for sake of argument, let's just pretend I'm sitting, and we can do this to support the arm so that you can hold the weight if you're older or you don't have enough strength built up to be able to do this. The side swings are a little rougher because you need that little play in the elbow, where you can lift your elbow off your thigh to be able to do that. This is much better that way. Try it with the smaller handle and wrist roll. And the reason why I'm talking about these wrist rolls, and that everybody should be incorporating them in their training, is that I've been doing a little bit of heavier club training, and we're going to be putting out a program with that. With that, I'm finding I'm getting little, not aches and pains, but little spots that are saying, hey, you need to do a little more movement in this area because you're moving a lot of weight in a certain direction. So without spilling the beans on the program that I'm doing, I am actually showing you guys some of the accessory work that I do that's not really training, but it's kind of like day off work, you know, do a few reps here and there, and then learn how to build up those skills to be able to, dogs are going crazy, build up those skills so that you're able to prehab yourself so that you don't end up with the little aches and pains that the heavier weight is doing. Again, hold your club in your order position. If you watch from the side, and if you watch from the front. A lot of people think this is useless. These are very, very good exercises. Work at getting all your fingers purchased on the grip, and I'll see you guys on the platform. Peace.